Good evening, and the breaking news from Colombo, from Pramadasa Stadium, is that the first Super 8 match of this T20 World Cup between Pakistan and New Zealand has been called off. Rain played spoiled sport. It's damp squib in Colombo. The cloud movement was cloud movement was threatening since morning, and eventually the rain came around 6:30 after the toss, and it could pay to the chances of a blockbuster start of the India of the Super 8 stage. Now the New Zealand and I apologize for this internet because it's an internet is a little dodgy, which we cannot. I mean, this is not in our hands and this is beyond our control. But still, we'll give you all the news and updates. Once again, the match has been abandoned. Point shared. Pakistan 1 point, New Zealand 1 point. No net run rate, and which eventually going ahead might adversely affect both sides. Pakistan and New Zealand now will have to win both matches. They now will have to win their both of their matches against Sri Lanka and England. Now the fact is that what happened? I gave you the complete timeline. Um, Despite the rain threat, and I mean, on AccuWeather app, I saw that chances of precipitation was about 20, just about 20% from 7 p.m. onwards. But while coming to the stadium, and I came to the stadium around 3 o'clock, so my tuk-tuk driver was telling me, "Sir, it will be raining in the evening." They know they are not data driven, but they know the weather pattern. And first, before the toss, there was a few droplets, and the center square went under wraps. Then the umpires came out and asked the ground staff to remove covers. Toss took place. Pakistan won the toss and decided to bat first. Pakistan made a change. I mean, they brought in Nawaz in place of Fawj and Fa, but New Zealand also were boosted by the presence of their captain Mitchell Santner, who missed the previous game against Canada. A beautiful list. Lockie Ferguson also joined the squad, but um, nothing doing. One as soon as the toss was over and the players in, went back into the pavilion, the rain started to intensify, and after that, what and the rain started to intensify, and after that, uh, it was a downpour. It was a downpour, and it's a shame. It's a shame, but what to do? I mean, there is a school of thought that giving Sri Lanka ICC events is always fraught with risks weather-wise. It's better to share the ICC events with um, if you are to share the ICC events, do it with Dubai. But then again, in that case, Sri Lanka will always be left out. That is not a solution. This is not peak monsoon season. This is unseasonal rain. A low pressure area was formed over Bay of Bengal, and actually, the rain was supposed to come last Sunday. It was delayed by a week. In between, there was a smell of. I will not say it was a heat wave, but I mean the weather became unusually hot for this time of the year, and maybe and clearly it was the precursor of this depression. So the rain actually came yesterday evening after New Zealand's practice session. New Zealand managed one practice session after coming from India, where they played their group league matches. They came here, they did one practice session, and after that, Pakistan had to cancel their pre-match practice because of rain. The pre-match press conference happened. We still don't have an idea whether the post-match press conference happened or not because the match didn't happen. It is very unlikely that the post-match press conference will happen. But uh, it's the way it is. They will have to adjust. They will have to make do. Um, Pakistan's next two games are at Pallekele. Now, Pallekele's conditions are little different from Colombo. Pakistan were staying put in this city, and the capital of Sri Lanka, since the first week of February, and it's almost 3 weeks that they have been here. They got used to the conditions. Now, in Pallekele, it would be different. The climate, I mean, the weather is a bit cooler. The pitch is different. It is mostly in favor of the batsman, but the fast bowlers also get a nip on that pitch. I have been coming to Sri Lanka since, I mean, it is close to, I mean, my first trip here was 2001. So I've been coming here. Uh, I have come here many, many times. And from that experience, I can tell you, Pallekele, Pakistan will have to adjust the conditions. Here, they were going spin heavy. Today also, by bringing on Nawaz, they added another spinner. Although Pakistan have been going in bits and pieces all rounders, but they are going spin heavy. Will they change? Will they change their template? Will they brought in? Will they bring in an extra seamer in Naseem Shah? That needs to be seen. Here, uh, despite the overcast conditions, everyone when Mike Hassan, their head coach, ruled out the possibility of bringing on extra seamer, and they eventually went with five spinners. But um, New Zealand also might count this as a lost opportunity. See, New Zealand have a better all-round team than Pakistan. Pakistan, yes, Pakistan's spin bowling might cause a problem on a tacky, slow and low Premadasa Stadium pitch, but New Zealand have enough batting wherewithal to counter that. Daryl Mitchell is a fantastic player of spin. India got a test of that first and last month when he's all he led New Zealand series, the ODI series win against India, and the way he played, the way he uses the sweep shot, both conventional reverse, and here, if the game would have had happened, that sweep shot would have been this New Zealand's go-to option. Mark Chapman dropped a hint about that also. Not dropped a hint, he categorically said we have to play more sweep shots. And the dimension of this ground is different. In India, smaller boundaries, players can go down. Here, this is not the case. Here, you have to choose the pockets. It is a 80-meter, 84-meter boundary. Here, you have to choose the pockets. There are plenty of tools available. You can pick the gaps. You can hit boundaries. It is not all about hitting sixes at this ground. But New Zealand, to their advantage, will play their next two matches here. So they will have that training time. And as we speak, the rain sort of has started to relent a bit. I mean, from a downpour, it became a light drizzle, and now it's just a few droplets. But the damage is done. The game, the game is gone. Now we'll have to see how they how they adjust. Both teams will have to now. If with the focus for Palakele is also, I mean, once again it is pretty unpredictable. Palakele also. The entire Sri Lanka, whether it is monsoon, if it is not monsoon, anytime. And now the weather pattern has changed. Um, there are certain things. This this I mean this game, this no result, brother. No result in this game gives a clear advantage to both England and Sri Lanka. They are playing at Palakela tomorrow, and the team that will win, they will have a head start to their Super 8 campaign. They will be a step ahead. Two teams, if two groups at the Super 8s, Group 1 and Group 2. Both groups have 4 teams each, and 2 teams will qualify for the semi-finals. They are not carrying forward the points from the group stage. they are starting afresh. And from that point of view, tomorrow's game becomes very important, not only for Sri Lanka and England, for also for Pakistan and New Zealand. You cannot, you are powerless against nature. You are absolutely powerless against nature. If it happens, then what to do? You have, you can't do anything. But uh, I feel for the fans. They started to from the stadium uh, 4 hours before the start of the match, and even as rain started to fall, and you can see the visuals. I mean, they were still coming in. Obviously, they are disappointed. Everyone is disappointed that the match couldn't take place. But um, that that's how it is. Now now the action will move to Palekele for Pakistan. The action will move to Palekele, and uh, see, at the end of the day, there are certain things the team needs to fix. New Zealand, New Zealand will also see, because this game was a test for them to sort of who are their spin bowling options beyond Mitchell Santner? Who are their wicket? I mean, I'm talking about wicket takers. That they need. That who are their major? Who are their major wicket taking options beyond Mitchell Santner as far as spin bowling is concerned? And as because they didn't have that bedding, the required bedding in period as in Colombo, this game would have nicely warmed them would have nicely warmed them up for the next two matches. That didn't happen. So both Pakistan and New Zealand will have to start from scratch. Uh, it is interesting now. It is interesting now. I think once again I repeat this: the team that will win tomorrow will have that might have that momentum, and one more win for them might take them to the semi-final. Both the sides and the team that will lose tomorrow will play catch up. Will have to play catch up, and it would be interesting to see how this group pans out. Now, if the the way the schedule is, the group topper of Group One, the team that will top Group One, will play with the second place team in Group Two. Now, if in assuming that India will top Group One, if and there is a big if, Pakistan finish second in Group Two, then it would be an India and Pakistan semi-final, and in that case, India match will be played in Colombo. Uh, that's for the future. For the present, once again, for our viewers, the match between Pakistan and New Zealand has been called off. Points have been shared. Net run rates are not touched. So that's where it lies. On that note, I sign off on behalf of Brave Sports from Colombo. Thank you.